That young student with a passion for computers transformed the IT industry. The corporate leader inspired a then unrecognized workforce with talent and drive. The philanthropist sparks new ideas that grow opportunity for others, and the humanitarian leaves a lasting impact on the world around him. So for all of these reasons, it is my great pleasure and honor to present the 2012 James C. Morgan Global Humanitarian Award to Narayana Murthy.
James and Rebecca Morgan, Michael Splinter, President Tim Ritchie, Father Yang, the Tech Awards Executive Committee, the jury, Professor Radha Basu, Dave Whitman, staff, guests, and most importantly, the young innovators who are transforming the world and who are being honored here today. Let me first express my gratitude to every one of you for this kindness, this generosity, and this affection. Having observed the big-hearted actions of Jim and Becky, both illustrious alumni of Cornell, and looking at the list of the previous recipients of this award, I feel very small in front of them. Therefore, I believe that this honor is entirely due to the courtesy, generosity, and affection of the jury. I am truly inspired by the vision of the Tech Museum of working with others to invigorate innovation and inspire learning locally, nationally, and globally. I am honored to be in the company of some extraordinary young innovators who have used their idealism, altruism, and of course smartness to make a difference to the poor in many areas, including education, energy, hypothermia, and water. I also applaud the corporations who have encouraged these wonderful innovators. The best way I can show my gratitude for this honor is to commit to continue to work hard and hopefully smart in the remaining years of my life. Technological advances have made life more prosperous, productive, and comfortable for most of the people in certain parts of the world and for many people all over the world. Yet, my friends, we see enormous suffering almost everywhere. A large number of children die as infants. Many of those that escape death are condemned to a life of malnutrition, illiteracy, and hopelessness. Over 1 billion people in the world live below the poverty line, and eke out a living with barely $1 a day. These people do not have access to basic facilities like clean water, power, nutritious food, schooling, shelter, and healthcare. The world must be grateful to GYM, Applied Materials, the various sponsors, and the Tech Museum for recognizing those that are making the lives of these poor people better, safer, and more hopeful through their innovative ideas and commitment to making them a reality. The previous winners and the innovators assembled here are all wonderful examples of that. I am excited by technology since it transcends class distinctions in bringing comfort, confidence, dignity, and hope to the poor. Healthcare, food, shelter, transportation, and education have become cheaper thanks to technology. Everybody knows how technology makes life more comfortable. Yes, making a difference in water, education, healthcare, and shelter are all extremely important, and these young innovators have demonstrated the impact of such work. There is no need for me to dwell much on that. These innovators are doing something even more important to shape the lives of the poor. They are giving confidence and dignity to the poor. Confidence and dignity, in my opinion, are extremely important to everybody, and in particular to the poor, to take advantages of the economic opportunities that a society provides. Therefore, let me spend a little bit of time on how technology brings confidence and dignity to the poor with two examples. Much before internet and mobile phones became the ubiquitous instruments of communication that they are today, the National Association of Software and Services Companies in India wanted to demonstrate the power of video conferencing in bringing confidence to the poor to the state-level politicians in India in 1992. Those days, most of the taxi drivers in Mumbai, as of today, probably thousands of them, came from a few towns in Uttar Pradesh, a northern state in India, far away from Mumbai. These drivers leave their families at home and come to Mumbai. Since these towns are far away, they would visit these hometowns just once or twice a year. That was the only time they got to spend time with their families, see the progress of their children, the health of their parents, and enjoy the companies of their spouses. Even speaking on telephone with their loved ones in faraway towns was not affordable for these taxi drivers, since telephone charges were exorbitant during those monopoly days of the state. We at NASSCOM worked with the then state-owned and now private-owned telecom company, installed a video conferencing equipment in the post office in Azamgarh, a small town in UP, and in the taxi union office in Mumbai. We brought together several taxi drivers in Mumbai and their families in Azamgarh. The whole experience was highly emotional to see the smile on the faces of the wives of the taxi drivers when they got to see their husbands. The children cried and wanted to touch their fathers. There was a quiet air of confidence on the faces of the old parents. It brought confidence to the taxi drivers that they had a way of knowing periodically that their families were indeed well. This experiment was a watershed event for our politicians in India to understand that technology can indeed enhance the confidence of the poor. Let me now recount another story on how technology is a great leveler and can enhance the dignity of the poor. It was the year 1995, and we had just installed the first ATM in our Bangalore campus, thanks to ICICI Bank in India. After a few days, I was standing in line behind one of our janitors at our cafeteria, and I struck a conversation with him. I asked him whether he had used the new ATM machine. He became very excited and said that he was very happy to use it. He continued that the machine treated him exactly like it would treat a well-to-do customer, which the bank counter clerk most often did not. In other words, technology had acted as a great leveler and rose above class distinctions. It enhanced the janitor's dignity and his confidence in the society. Therefore, adoption of technology is a very important instrument to fight social injustice and to make life better and more dignified for the poor and for the helpless. Let us remember the words of John Kennedy, who said that a society that cannot help many who are poor cannot save the few who are rich. Therefore, my rich friends, let's remember that the true power of money is the power to give it away. After all, how many houses can you have? How many cars can you have? How much of food can you eat? Therefore, whether it is the idealism of these wonderful innovators being honored today and of the corporations and individuals associated with the Tech Museum, or the practicality of most people, it is imperative that we bring confidence and dignity to the poor. It is imperative that these poor people have decent access to education, nutrition, healthcare, clean water, clean air, and shelter. I once again congratulate the wonderful innovators, the Tech Museum, the associated individuals and corporations for their work towards making this a better world. Thank you very much.